If you are trying to grow a small trading account using sold put options, you're going to get to your goals very, very, very slowly. There are much better ways to grow a small account than using sold put options. Now, the reason why selling put options isn't going to get you the returns you want is that if you're lucky, selling put options will generate you around about 20% per year. In a bear market, and this is coming, right? Like it or not, we're going to have another bear market, probably not too far into the future. You'll be stuck bag holding these shares that you were put. And waiting for recovery is a huge amount of lost time and money. Okay, so what do you do instead? Well, I have just started a brand new account. I'm funding it with $50,000 and my goal is to double it in 12 months. I'm going to show you guys all of the trades I take in here. I'm using option spreads. I'll be using sold call options rather than put options, and only the perfectly timed sold put. Because most of the advice that you see about when to sell a put option, it kind of goes along the lines of pick a red day, aim for either the bottom or the middle of the Bollinger Band or a level of support and sell at that level. Terrible, terrible advice. That's how you get stuck bag holding. So let me show you the very first trade that I'm going to be taking in this new $50,000 account. So first up, here's my new account. At the moment, I've only got 3,400 in there. I have another 9,000 in transit, and then I've got the rest on the way. So what's my plan with this 3,000 that I've got available? I'm putting it into a Microsoft spread, put credit spread. Let me tell you what I love about Microsoft right now. Number one, we've had the down move. We've found the bottom, at least probably for the time being. We've found support through this sort of 470 level, and we are on the rise. I don't care that I'm not entering on a red day. I would rather enter on a green day once I've got confirmation of the next move up. Now, the level that I plan to play this at is the 450 level. So I don't need the move up in order to be successful with this trade. I just need to not drop more than, call it 6%. But I don't want to just not drop. The other thing I like about Meta is the stochastic RSI is starting to turn. And when we turn before lowering, before reaching the bottom, that's typically a very bullish signal. The other thing is we've got earnings coming up on the 4th of February. I don't expect Meta, Microsoft, to have a large move in either direction before earnings. There's no reason to. Unless some dramatic news event comes out between now and then, there's no reason for Microsoft to have a huge move. The other thing is, what does Microsoft typically do pre-earnings? Typically, here we increase. Here we increase. Earnings here, we increase. Here. So Microsoft typically rises into earnings rather than falls. Okay, I want to play the 450 level. What's the exact trade that I want to play? Here we are, expiring January 30. I don't want to hold this through earnings, even though obviously there's an increased premium due to volatility. I'm happy to hang tight at January the 30th. And I'm going for a bull put spread, selling the 450, buying the 440 for a net credit of 153. That is a much better return. That's a 15% return on my $1,000 margin. That's a much better return than a put. Now people will say, but there's more risk. Yeah, but is there? Let's come back to the chart and have a look. If you were placing this trade on the typical advice of, on a down day, shoot for the middle or the bottom of the Bollinger Band, absolutely, there is a lot of risk in that because you are catching a falling knife. And that's the problem with most put option strategies. Sell on a red day, you just hope that you find the support. You're assuming that maybe we bounce where we've bounced before. Whereas there is a lot of safety in waiting for the down move to happen first. So do I feel that this is a risky move or a riskier move than selling a put up here? Absolutely not. So that's my play. Now my plan is that we get a bounce up. I'm assuming we probably bounce up to this sort of 490. We rise into sort of 490 before before earnings on the 4th. If we do, I exit early. I take that risk off the table. So if I can exit this at $100 of my net credit, that's the goal. Otherwise, I am happy to wait until January 30 and just let it play out. If we breach the 450, worst case scenario, I will roll. I will roll down. Why? Because I have complete confidence that Microsoft isn't going to have a massive move to the downside. So that's my play. Make sure you follow along. I will let you know if this trade goes live. I will show you the progress of it. And importantly, I'm going to show you the full progress of trading this account from 50,000 all the way through to 100. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, follow along, and see how I trade this account all the way to 100 grand without relying on sold puts.